All right, guys, what's going on? Welcome back to Chris's Sports Corner. Real quick, I want to talk about these New Orleans Pelicans. And this video is kind of twofold, right? Like I want to talk about Zion, and I want to talk about the Pelican team as a whole. They're one of the obviously, right? When you have a talent like a Zion, who's put in a not play category, but when he's put in the Jordan and the Kobe, the LeBron, far as hype coming out of college. So when you got someone like that that's put in that framework, it's a lot that is expected. So first of all, when it comes to Zion, I think he's handled that very well. He's how do I say this the right way? He really put himself as a team first guy. It's all about the team. It's all about how things are going. He gives his credit to his team, but he also, there's times where he get on his team, and then there's time where, as we found out last night, where his team get on him. But what you're starting to watch now is, the media fanfare, the love for Zion has been there, but now it's starting to turn, right? You still got your diehards, but you got people now questioning his defense, questioning his durability, and I think that's been a question since he came into the league. So the reason why I'm making this video is I think it's gonna be very important to see how Zion handled this, because now it's like, oh, he can't play defense. Oh, they exposed him on defense. Well, honestly, I thought that was one game. He have had some lapses. But overall, I think he's making himself known, especially from a blocking perspective on the defensive end. And my thing is, if you're going to criticize him for defense, you got so many others you got to criticize as well. I just think that Zion is fending, because before it's been this love affair. But now, as you see people starting to turn on him slowly in the media, you're starting to see people turn on the notion that he's the next big thing of the NBA. It's like it was all love, and now it's starting. Oh, he don't play defense. First of all, let's give this young man one piece of credit of the fact that he's 19, 20? Like, I don't know. He's up in there somewhere. He's a baby. He's a rookie in the NBA, and makes some of these grown men look like kids. All right? Facts. Big facts. So let's give the man some time to grow. I think he's going to develop more of a shot. He's going to develop that three. I mean, that first night when he played, where he caught fire and had like 4 threes in a row, that's not the norm. All right? That's an anomaly. That's not going to happen every night. That's not his strength. It's not going to be his strength. But I think over time, he's going to continue to work and build on that. Also, I think that he got to find his correct weight. Like, what is the weight that he will operate at and you go, okay, now he can sustain this. This is the level right here that, that we can, if he stay right here, he can prolong his career. Because that's my biggest concern. As a person that is interested, and I don't love the NBA, but I'm a fan of Zion. He seems like a really good kid. But at what level, at what weight do he extend his career? Because I don't know. And not that, no one keeps all their agility as they get older, but where it's not presenting more and more health issues for him. And that's the big question mark for me with Zion. Other than that, I think talent, desire, passion, he don't lack any of that in my book, So I say this video twofold because that was my part on Zion. But I want to talk about the New Orleans Pelicans as a whole. Now, I'm a Laker fan, so I'm very familiar with B.I., Josh Hart, Lonzo. Got good familiarity with Drew Holiday. Even, just from, being a fan of the league, I got knowledge of Alvin Gentry. This is the thing. First of all, let's talk about Alvin Gentry, right? Like, he came out and said, I think he said 19. I think that's his age. He's 19. He'll be fine. Let him play all the minutes he want to play. But that's not you came out babysitting. Now it's just like go all in, go all in. That takes time, right? That takes time to adjust and all of that. But first of all, I'm all about playing him, playing and getting the most out of him. But like, sometimes I feel like Alvin Gentry flip flops. I don't think. Well, first of all, I don't think he dealt with a star because Zion's a star. Now, will he be a star in 3 or 4 years from now? Wait to be seen. But right now, he's a star. So I don't think Alvin Gentry has really had to deal with this. Because even with Anthony Davis, he wasn't this touted coming out of college. Like, he wasn't touted like Zion is touted. But another thing is, and when I say talk about Alvin Gentry is, the New Orleans Pelicans got to figure out who's the guy. Who's the guy? You got too many guys on this team on New Orleans. And first of all, the reason why I'm making this video is because I'm a fan, right? I'm a fan of New Orleans. Like, I think they're an upcoming young team that got a star in Zion. I think they got a star in B.I. You got Drew Holiday. So you got some pieces there. But who's the leader? Who is the guy that can get everybody in the locker room and say, hey, this is the problem. This is what. Who is the player that you say, hey, no matter what, every time you go down that ball, got at least touch X's hand? If you ask me, I think if you ask a lot of others, a lot of us will say that ball got to go through Zion. If he's on that court, that ball got to go through Zion. But you feel like it's a when you watch him play, it's like a free for all. It's like one time Josh Hart just come down jacking up shot. Drew Holiday was jacking up shot. Lonzo was jacking up shot. B.I. jack up a shot. Like, and sometimes it just feel like everybody trying to get theirs. There's like a good group of individuals, but I don't feel like it's a team. I don't feel like it's a team. And down the stretch, like that'll get you some games, but down the stretch, especially in the fourth quarter of a game, you need to know this is the guy. No matter what, ain't nobody on this team got a green light but this guy. And I think that's the problem for New Orleans. If Zion is that guy, which I think he is, the best player on that team, in my opinion, is Zion. I know you got B.I. and I'm a fan. But I think Zion is that guy on that team. Let him be that guy. Like, it's nothing worse than having someone that's touted as one of the best player on your team, or at least in the conversation, and they barely touch the ball. There was times in the game when you're like, yo, why ain't he get him the ball? Let him go to work. If he's that guy, you can't ever, because what happens is, what I noticed with Zion is, if he misses a shot, you almost forget he's on the court sometimes. He'll miss a shot, then they'll go away from him. It's like, no, he's that guy. He's the guy. So the ball got to go through Zion. New Orleans Pelicans is a team that I rooted for to get in the playoff, but right now, they seem like they're having this identity crisis. And don't get me wrong, I like Brandon Ingram. I think Brandon Ingram got ability to be a consistent all-star. But something got to be figured out between Zion and B.I. Can they work well with each other? It seems like they're trying to build that, but it seems like Brandon Ingram feel like, hey man, I just made an all-star game. I'm the guy I was brought out of college to be. I'm the guy. And Zion like, hey, I'm Zion. I'm the number one pick. I'm the guy. And it's not a matter of feud. They're not feuding with each other. But it's still like, even when B.I. made a comment to Zion, and it could be taken so many different ways, but B.I. told Zion like, hey man, he was like, oh, you the GOAT now, or something like that. Like, no one knew if he was trying to be funny, if he was taking a stab at LeBron, if he was trying to make fun of Zion, and saying he's overhyped. Like, you don't know what that means, but it's something there. And before Zion, B.I. was the guy. Like, B.I. was doing his thing. That's what got him. He got him to the All-Star break. But then Zion come in now. Zion's the guy, and I think Brandon Ingram, not saying he's jealous, anything like that. But I do feel like it's a point with Brandon Ingram is like, yo, like, this is my time now. So I think they just got to get on one accord, but they got to have one voice, one leader. But it starts, again, with Alvin Gentry. He got to point that person out, and he got to kind of make that be known. You know, hey, this, because you got Drew Holiday, and all these are talented people, but you got Drew Holiday kind of doing his own thing. And he's such a team guy, so shout out to him. Drew Holiday, Lonzo Ball, you'll see him just jacking up some threes. Like I said, these guys, it's like Josh Hart just start jacking up some. B.I. It's just no rhythm, no flow to that team. I'm only talking about it because I constantly get asked, do I think they're going to make the playoffs? If you ask me today, my answer is different than what it was before. No, I don't think they'll make the playoffs now. Because these games that they need, they can't win them down the stretch. You got to have certain games. And in my opinion, they don't work well. I think they need a summer. They need a summer. They need a training camp to really figure out, put the team together whole and figure out what you got. And some pieces may need to be added and some pieces may need to be subtracted. But that's my take on it. I just thought I'd talk about it because it's Zion, you know, he's an interesting topic and everybody kind of, you know, don't know how to really feel when he's to blame, when he's not to blame. So that's my take. With that being said, guys, please like, comment, and subscribe. Until next time, I'll see you guys later.